Here we go. Welcome. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do a quick intro to motivate you guys while everybody comes in.
Ponder these 4 questions. Here's the first one, and that's why. Why pay the price? Why work this hard? Why go this far? Why try to learn this much? Why develop yourself to the full? Why pay the price? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why go this? That's a good question. Why? And you're the only one personally that can answer that question for yourself. You've got to have your own list of whys. Here's what I want you to do when you go home after you've left this extravaganza. Work on your list of whys. One of the big thrusts for success is to come up with a strong enough why. In leadership training, here's what we learn. If the why is powerful, the how is easy. Now, here's number 2. The first question to ponder when you go home is why. Here's another good answer to why. It's the second question. Why not? Why not see how much you can earn? Why not see how much you can learn? Why not see how many skills you can develop? Why not see what kind of person you can become? Why not see what kind of influence you can have? Why not see how many people you can rescue from oblivion? I want you to take that personal. Why not? Why not? Now, here's number 3. Why not you? I wish I could say that to each of you individually, but it would take a couple of lifetimes to sit down and talk with each of you individually. But I want you to take it personal. And my personal question to you is, why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your.
Why not you?
Nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You
All
can
right.
become powerful.
Love Jim Rohn. He is just a beast. All right, let's see. We got people just keep on coming in. Edge, are you taking care of that for me? Okay, yeah. Looks like you are. He's the new Paul Harvey. Who's Paul Harvey? Sorry, I don't know who Paul Harvey is. Let's see. Where's Mary?
And Jim Rohn's not new. My man's been doing it since what, the 70s?
Yeah, he's the original gangster. He's the original motivational. Like he's the one that maybe not original, but like the one like he's the one that Tony Robbins learned from. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. We got a lot to go through here today. Good to see you back, Sean. Are you kind of look like you're on vacation right now, actually?
I'm in Santiago, Chile right now.
Oh, dude. What are you doing on here? I appreciate you coming though. I appreciate you coming.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's
Yeah, enjoying
temporary.
yourself.
What's that?
You should be out enjoying yourself.
Oh, I'm waiting for my wife. Yeah, when my wife gets back here, we're gonna. Yeah, I'll be jumping off.
Now you come back on while you're in the water and show us how much fun you're having. All right, so to kick things off, guys, we want to put oh yeah, I already see the chat's already rocking. Inside Zoom here, you can actually go in and put in your company name is always good, even just your name. I guess I could see your name. Everybody's pretty good about naming themselves in a professional way. Sometimes it's like Zoom user or something. But yeah, put your company name, your location, right? Because we want to send you local work. And a lot in this industry, if you're new to the industry, process servers, we like to send each other work. We like to send work to each other, and we all make a little bit of money. Everybody's happy, right? So then contact info. That's the model there, right? So we want to know how to reach out to you. You guys can also just direct message each other right here inside of Zoom. And as always, you could go up to the 3 dots at the top of the chat and click save chat, and when the meeting is over, it'll automatically download the entire chat to your computer, which is pretty cool because then you can go in and save people's numbers, put them into your CRM and stuff like that. So good work here. Phone's tripping. Okay, Brendan, we'll see you in a bit. All right, Sean, welcome, Sean. Welcome, Lisa, Don, Michael. I want to, I really want to get through as many calls as I can today. I want to help you guys. I really want to, I'm not always going to do this, but I'm going to make a bunch of calls today. And
There you. Another year.
let's keep yourself muted unless you're called on or you raise your hand. Okay, this is a little raise your hand feature right there. You just hit raise your hand. I'll call on you, and you guys. It's a mastermind, so everybody's free to speak, but we want to keep things organized so we can move through everything. Okay. Appreciate you guys. So first of all, let's go around and do some quick introductions, just like what I told you to put in the chat. Let's let YouTube and anybody who's watching know who you are, so they can potentially use you. Okay, my name is Mike Reed. I own 123 Legal Support, and I started the Community Mighty Process server to be able to give back to the community that has given me so much. We've now built a directory. We have the largest, most recognized process server specific website builder. It's called mightywebsitebuilder.com. And I'm excited to have you guys all here. Appreciate you all. Let's go ahead and start with since the first one I see here, Mr. Michael. How you doing, sir? I'm gonna ask to unmute there. There you go.
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, boss. In the beginning, we go around and we do quick introductions. Michael, you just had the spotlight, process server spotlight, so most of everybody should know who you are already. But just for the sake of the YouTube and anybody else who watches a replay, who are you? Where are you located? And what do you specialize in?
Well, hi everyone. My name's Mike Coyle. I'm from Warren, Oklahoma, and I cover statewide of Oklahoma. And I've associated all over the state, so I cover the whole nation.
Very good. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Sean Griffin.
Hey, my name's Sean Griffin. My company's called Rocket Courier because we are rocket fat. No, I'm just kidding. No, my name's Sean. My company's Griffin on the Go. We service Maryland, Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C., Southern Pennsylvania, a little bit of Northern West Virginia. So a little 4 or 5 little states, districts, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I've been doing it a while. Just joined up with Mike to get some different perspective on how people are doing things across the country, and just heard back from Desi, and gonna be having my website up pretty soon.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, she mentioned it to me. We do a little check-in every once in a while, and she was like, no, everything's good. I'm like, I know a bunch of people that just signed up that are like waiting. She's like, well, yeah, but you don't want to hear play by play, do you? And I'm like, sometimes. And she
Yeah,
said,
no, no.
she
Look,
says she's doing yours.
I've gone 12 years without a website. What's a little longer is not gonna hurt me.
Yeah,
But I'm anxious.
yeah, if you're patient with her, she really will produce good quality work. I wish she wouldn't actually. I wish she would create us some templates and copy them like I used to. But she actually insists on making each and every one completely customized. And so it slows us down a little bit, but the websites turn out very, very, very nice. So good stuff. Welcome, Sean.
All right, buddy.
Mr. Jeff.
Oh, hi, good day. Jeff Spar in Southwest Virginia. I'm not going to talk about my company. I want to talk about this whole concept here for 50 more seconds, which is I'm really excited that we're up to 188 group members, and I'm looking forward to reaching out and sending some documents to them because I want to help people grow and give whatever suggestions or answers that I can. I'm 30 years in the business, retired in 2021, semi-retired, excuse me. Process servers, private investigators, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you, Jeff. Welcome. Jeff bringing up all kinds of good points there we're going to touch on. Mr. Jacob.
What's up, guys? Jacob Davis here at Rocket Courier. We're actually moving into Maryland and Northern West Virginia very soon here for the takeover. No, I'm just kidding. Once again, guys, my name is Jacob Davis, owner operator of Rocket Courier down here in San Antonio, Texas, serving San Antonio, New Braunfels, and San Marcos since 2018. So I'm excited to be here with a great group of folks, entrepreneurs, business owners, and like-minded individuals doing great things here with Mighty Mastermind.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome, Jacob. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Jacob was from the first time I tried doing a process server group. And if you guys look it up, you can still find actually quite a few of the old Zoom videos. They're called PSD University. And uh, and we did it for a while. We made some pretty good friendships. So appreciate you coming back in this relaunch, Jacob.
That's right.
All right, we got lots of, I see in the chat here, a lot of folks I've been wanting to follow up with. Felicia here, she's local to me and she joined the community, which is really cool. I'm glad to see her inside the Zoom meeting. And, you show up to these meetings, you don't just get lots of value from the folks that show up. You also will get my attention, right? Because I want to help those who are trying to help themselves and are making the time to show up to the meetings, right? So love that you're here. If you guys want to be introduce yourselves, you got to turn on your camera. That's how I know that that's your signal to me that you want to introduce yourself. And then moving forward, when you talk, that's what we need to. We need a camera on, okay? Because this is recorded and also put on YouTube. And so if any of you guys have a camera that doesn't work, just indicate that when you unmute yourself if you want to talk, okay? The best way to keep things in order is just to click the raise the hand, which I believe is called reactions if you're on your phone. You click reactions or more, and then you can click the raise hand feature, and I will call on you, okay? Great, guys. So I'm, let's see, Dawn, I can't tell if your camera's on or not. You want to introduce yourself? It looks like a thumb over a camera. Okay. All right, Mr. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like your camera's on, but it's covered or something. All right, let's go to Brendan. Brendan, what's going on, man?
Hey, so my name is Brendan. I run Win-Win Process Serving up in Georgetown, Texas. I started in California, did that for about 6 years until COVID pushed me out, and then I just started up my business out here. We cover Williamson and Travis County, and I've been. I could.
Oh yeah, something happened to your audio.
Yeah,
What
sorry
county?
about that. I think Spotify jumped in there. Sorry about that. So I've been doing service process here in Texas for about 8, 9 months now. And we cover the Williamson and Travis County areas if that wasn't already in there. Sorry about that, Go.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. We got half of it, and then it switched, and then we got your counties with your follow up. So, welcome, sir.
Hey, glad to be here. Thank you.
Denise with Heart to Heart Investigations. Okay. Denise might work for Dawn, maybe. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. The chat is going. You guys feel free to reach out to each other, have your conversation over there in the chat, and then we're going to do some stuff. So I got lots of people who followed directions today, which I really appreciate, or a good handful of people who followed directions and in the Zoom meeting post that I did inside of school today for sending me attorneys that you want me to call for you. Let's see here. Frederica joined. Yeah, lots of people joining. Yeah, we're up to 100 and what, 190? Oh, without admins, it's 189. Yeah, so it's growing pretty fast. Every time I send an email with a couple hundred emails of different people across the country, as the VAs are building up my database, we get a lot more people join. It's still around 5% of the people that we send an email to join, which is kind of interesting because it's such a niche industry. You think that everybody would be like, whoa, this is a thing specifically for process servers. I got to join, but you don't. That's just not how it works. Some people just aren't interested. They don't want to come and learn or participate, right? But let's make it happen. So Edge, I need you and Mary on yeah, okay, you got it. How you doing, Edge?
I'm doing good, Mike. How
Wake
are
up.
you? I'm awake.
I'm doing
Good
good.
morning, everyone.
So Edge is my Edge and Mary are the reason why I can do 100 things at once, because they are an extension of me when it comes to my online stuff. So thank you very much, you guys watching. It seems like people are constantly coming in and leaving, probably dealing with tech issues and stuff. So yeah, just keep letting people in. Um, we'll get started here. So today, be the backup. We're gonna make as many calls as we can. I don't want to do a screen share because I do want to keep the contact information as private as possible, because we are on Zoom, right? We are on YouTube, but there will people will hear some information right as I'm making the calls. And so the first person here that I have up is Jessica. So Jessica, if you could unmute yourself, be ready. Turn your camera on if that's possible. And I will start calling yours first. And then the second one I have up here is, let's see. I got a lot of people joining since people were emailing me. So it looks like Michael Coyle, you're next up after Jessica's calls. So we'll call until we get a person to agree to have an email sent to them, and then I'm going to move to the next person. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. That's why it's good to send me a few so that we have that. All right. So first of all, Jessica, introduce yourself if you can, and then we'll start calling your attorneys.
Hi, my name is Jessica Claycomb. I own Washington Pro Say process servers out of the Seattle area. We do process serving, skip tracing, subpoena domestication, a little bit of everything. And I'm in my second year officially of my own business, and I've been serving for about 5 years.
Yes, she's crushing it, crushing it. Appreciate you. So Jessica, WA Pro Say, is that what we're still doing? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay, so Jessica, okay, let's see here. HR for operations, bulog.com. So what I'm doing is I'm looking on school inside the private chat, which is the best way to reach out to me, right? And I'm pulling some stuff that Jessica sent me, some attorneys. Maybe we start with Carpenter. Is that the first one you sent me?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. On Monday, I called a couple places and I got voicemails twice, but I got the name of the correct person I need to talk to. So I don't know if you want to try those or just go with the fresh one. I didn't leave a
Um,
voicemail or anything.
oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just run through them, try to get some traction. When I'm doing this, I want you guys to you feel free to record me with your phone or like there's an audio app you can record. You can also listen to the replay, stop this, rewatch it. Like the script is not difficult. It's compared to real estate, it is so easy. You just call the folks and offer to be a backup. And keep in mind too, you're not selling. Yeah, that's what a lot of people get mixed up. It's like you're as a matter of fact, if they're like, well, what makes you better than our current process server? You actually want to go the other way. You actually want to go the opposite of what you probably think. You want to say, well, I'm not saying we're better. They might be better than us. I mean, they already got your business, right? I'm just saying in case you need a backup. It completely disarms them. And then what's going to happen, because it just always happens, they're going to end up not being available. They're going to be out of town, whatever. They're going to be like Sean Griffin off in the having the having the time of his life. He ain't serving no papers today. No, but I know Sean's got a team to support him too, but he ain't serving no papers. And if he didn't have other people out there serving for him, they have to go to their backup, right? They just have to. So that's the premise behind the script. Can somebody post in the chat the uh, the script, the Google sheet? I think it's called the Master Playbook. If not, I can get that in a second. But yeah, we want to put the scripts in there. It's also inside the community under Be the Backup and in the Start Here course. It's one of the sections. We give you that. So, all right, let me make a call. So a couple tips for making calls. As you can see, I'm wearing I knew I was going to make a lot of calls today. So I'm wearing my cowboy hat. My cowboy hat brings out I don't know, like, what do they call it? Peacocking, you got your feathers up and you're just having a good time. Like this is the kind of vibes you want to have when you're calling. You want to have vibes. I don't know if vibes is the right word, but this is the kind of like confidence. You need to instill confidence in yourself, like as you're making the calls, and it will come across on the phone. Okay. And so when I first started in sales, I wasn't really good at it. And I read this book that talked, it was an actual book that I actually read, probably one of the only books I read as a young guy. And it said the persona that you want to have in sales is to create, if you're not a naturally that type of person, you have to create that new person. And so as I was trying to sell among all these other salespeople, it became very competitive. And so I came up with there was a bunch of mics in the office. I've told this story before, but there's a bunch of mics. And when I got hired, my previous job, I was a forklift driver when I was like 19, rode forklift. And the Hispanic guys would always call me Ace. Like, Ace, you do a good job, because I was really good on the forklift. So when I started at this new place where I was doing sales, there was all these mics, and they're like, well, what are we supposed to call you? He's Mike B, he's Mike G, he's Mikey Mike, and I was like, you can call me Ace. Okay. So I actually still have friends from back in that day when I was 19, 20 years old, where became a top producer. They started calling me Ace long before I was a top producer. It was weird to be called Ace, to be honest with you, because everyone thought it was my name. They put it on the schedule even, right? So here I am walking around as Ace, and it was so good for me to be a salesperson in that new environment, and everybody saying talking like that. So I immediately went out and was just like, I'm the top salesman, and I became the top salesman in the country, 3,600 locations, selling to truckers to put this thing in their window where they can plug in air conditioning and internet and stuff like that. It's called Idle Air Technologies. They fired me a few years later because I didn't want to stop selling. They were trying to do a different thing, and anyway, they ended up going bankrupt a month later. No joke. You can look them up. They got two locations out of 3,600 left after that. So, Mr. Sean, I think you're muted.
Well, I just want to be a jerk here for a second. I was going to say you're called Ace, but it's not because of your poker skills, that's for sure.
I took some money from you Friday.
Ouch.
I know, right? I know. We're gonna play again tomorrow if you guys are down. Sean, come on. You know you want to play mobile app poker instead of be on the beach. Come on, be honest. All right, so we're gonna get in some calls. Let me stop stalling here. Okay, let's go. WA Pro say.
Do you want me to write my counties in the chat, or you're good?
Yeah, write those. That's a good idea.
Carpenter and Zuckerman, Washington. Gracias por llamar a Carpenter y Zuckerman, Washington. If you're a new client, please press 1. Si usted es nuevo a nuestra empresa, por favor oprime el número 1. If you're an existing client, please press 2. Si usted ya es nuestro cliente,
Snohomish.
For all other callers, please press 3.
Oh,
Por cualquier
Snohomish.
otra cosa, por favor oprime el número. Thank you for calling. This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Okay.
Please hold while we connect your call. Thank you for calling Carpenter and Zuckerman's Washington Law Office.
Carpenter and Zuckerman, how can I help you?
Hey, this is Mike. I'm with WA Pro Say here in the area. Just wanted to give you guys a call. I'm pretty sure you guys already have a process server. Was wondering if I could send you my rate sheet just in case you guys need a backup.
I'm currently taking the intake potential clients. But you can send it to.
You do intake for potential clients? Is that what you said?
Yes. We're not taking like calls from for recommendation, but you can use the email on the website.
Yeah. What's could you tell me that website? Well, I'll go look it up.
Okay, the C for Charlie, Z for Zulu, and then it's .law. Like the law
Okay.
school.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So
So
that's our website, yeah.
okay, I'll take note of that. I'm curious if if you get somebody who wants to open a new case with him, Do you email it to him, or you just answer calls?
Uh, man, I'm not sure if I can disclose that information how we work right now.
Yeah. So
But
if
send
I
the
want to
better
hire
information.
him, I'm asking you if I want to hire him, how do I know they're going to get the information is what I'm saying. Are you with a call center or do you work for him?
No, as I told you, I'm taking the intake potential clients, but of course we need to use email as well. I can tell you.
Yeah, yeah, that would be great. What's a good email?
No, no. What I'm saying is we use email, but you can use the email from the
From the website.
website.
Okay, perfect. Do you know who that I could address it to?
No, unfortunately, I don't have a name.
Okay, I appreciate your help.
Okay, I want to.
Bye. Yeah, that's strange. I don't know. That guy, I don't know if he's from I don't know if he's with a call center. His social skills weren't very good, so it makes me think maybe he is like the attorney's nephew or something. You know.
Yeah, they're pretty big and they have a lot of advertising, so that was surprising. It wasn't very like professional.
Yeah, very unprofessional. But you know what? Sometimes that could be where they go with the cheap call center, and the call center happened to have, Spanish speaker. A lot of people want to go with Spanish speaking countries for VAs instead of the Philippines, and you're going to get what you get, and that's kind of the vibe I got from him. Nothing against those people. Some of them are really good, and especially in South America. But he obviously was kind of. So anyway, you could go out the website. We didn't get anywhere, so you just go to the next one. So for those of you guys that are new at this, you don't need to worry about it. You just go to the next one, okay? And if you do call again, and it's a call center, you might get somebody else completely different. And that's really why you put them in the system to call, because you don't want to give it too much mental energy. You want to just go to the next one. Next, 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 right? So I have a list here. Where did you go? All the people join, and it sends an auto message, and it pushes all the messages down here. Let's see. Where did Jessica go? Let me send you a message so it puts you at the top. This was an idea. We'll see how it works with using school. All right, so we have Angela is the HR. So you talked to her before?
I talked to somebody else and she told me to talk to Angela.
That might be a good follow-up for you.
Yeah.
If I call, they're going to want to get into the weeds, right? They're going to want to talk about counties and stuff.
Probably.
Which you're good at, right?
Yeah, I can do
Yeah. Okay, Emily O'Neill. Okay.
Important to us. If you know the name of the person you will. I think you said one. Is that correct? Say yes or no. Sorry, we cannot connect your call at the moment. Please try again later.
So with these phone trees, you got to be careful not to push it. I think I accidentally said something. So I'm just going to try that number again. This part right here that we're going. Hold on. Hello? Hello? That's strange.
Thank you for calling the law offices of Miller Nash. Your call is very important to us. If you know the name of the person you would like to reach, please say it now to be automatically transferred. Otherwise, press 0 to speak with a receptionist, or press 1 to leave a message in our general voicemail box.
So what you may need to do with some of these people is you may need to I mean, these are numbers you pull from Google.
Yeah, or their website.
Okay. Hey, just go to the next one. Try it again later. Just keep going. Russell and Hill. You can't give it too much mental energy because it'll drive you crazy. Just go to the next one. Go to the next one. Get those emails sent. You guys want to send them in the school chat to me directly if you want me to call.
Good morning, Russell and Hill. This is Alice.
Hi, Alice. This is Mike with WA Pro Say. How are you today?
Great.
Hey, I just we're a process serving agency in the area, and I'm pretty sure you guys already have a process server. You look pretty established. I was curious if I could send over our rate sheet just in case you need a backup.
You can send that to matt@russellandhill.com.
Okay. And is Matt the guy sending out all the serves?
Mr. Russell is our partner in the practice firm.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're the one sending them out.
I don't know.
You don't know
What you're
who's.
saying.
Oh, okay.
What you're saying.
Oh no, I'm.
Sending out serves.
Yeah, we're a
out
process serving agency. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what serves are, but I know what a serve is in tennis, but I don't know what it is in legal.
Oh, yeah.
Jargon.
You guys deliver legal documents to opposing counsel and defendants and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, that would be in the litigation department. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, what's that email one more time? We'll send them over our rate sheet.
Matt@russellandhill.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Sure. You have a good day.
You as well. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
You don't know what a serve is? You don't know what a legal. I was like, she goes, "Oh, that's our litigation department," but that gives you an indication of how big they are too, though. That's the kind of good thing, right? It's like, oh, that's our litigation department. That's accounts receivable. Like, this is like this huge firm. Like, that's good. That's good. Now, for those of you that are new to the script, you really want to find out who to call the second time. We really don't know. Like, we know Matt is a partner. So that's cool. We got Matt's email, but if we email Matt, he's busy. He's probably a busy guy. So when I email Matt or Jessica emails Matt, we're not all emailing Matt, by the way. This is Jessica's lead. When Jessica emails Matt, she's gonna make it clear that she understands that he's probably not the one sending out the serves. And she'd look forward to meeting with somebody or talking to somebody just in case they need a backup, staying with the backup script. That's what I would do personally, because I know that's what's going to give me the greatest return or reply because it disarms them right away. The most common thing you're going to get when you call somebody and you don't disarm them is what? Put in the chat.
We already got one.
Yeah, exactly. They already have a server. We've talked about this a lot, but there's a lot of new people coming in. So, okay. Chris got your message. Okay, good. So there you go. Jessica, we can come back around to,
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for participating. Mr. Michael Coyle. Is that how you pronounce the Coyle, Mike? Coyle. Okay, let's see. Where'd you go? You still here? Yeah, there you are. You're still muted, buddy. So I'm gonna call. Okay, I need to get a little bit more. This is Mike with by Mike Process Serving. Is that how you'd say it? Downtown Legal. Closed at 6. Mike, you still with us? Here we go. Okay. So Mark S. Cooper.
I'm here.
Who do you want me to call first, Mike?
Pick your poison.
Huh. Are these people you just pulled off Google?
Yeah, I
Oh
just
yeah.
found
The
that
man knows
spoken.
how to follow directions, man. I love it. I love to see that. What area do you serve again?
Statewide, Oklahoma.
They sometimes don't go the way they. Recorded or transcribed for quality assurance purposes. Thank you for
Hi, can you hear me? That was strange. Okay, let's try a different one. Now, what I do, see, I'm doing it on my phone right now. It's taking some time, but what I do when I call for my own and when I teach my girls to do it, the ones that are on now, is you want to use a system like Pipedrive so that you can systematize this so that I just hit next, next, next. And it just keeps calling, right? And I can go through 100 numbers in a couple hours. And then when finally I get somebody on the phone, I can make contact. I can send an email using a template really quick. I'll show you guys that in a second.
service. Google and its partners may record the call.
Okay. Let's see. 405 Downtown Legal. Is that a legal firm or is that is that an attorney firm, Downtown Legal?
Yes.
Not in service. Google and its partners.
Yeah, not in service. Downtown Legal's not in numbers no good. Newark firm. Let's try Newark firm.
The Verizon Wireless.
Okay. Let's try Mark Cooper. This is better because
Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the.
that's two in a row. That's strange. Let's try this one more time.
Or transcribed for quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling Lyon Turner Law Firm. This is Tristan speaking. How can I help you today?
Hi, Tristan. This is Mike with Buy Mike Process Serving here in Oklahoma. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, we're experienced process servers and notaries here in the area. I'm pretty sure you guys already have a regular server. You look pretty established, but I was curious if I could send over my rate sheet just in case you guys need a backup.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Would you be able to send that in an email?
Of course, that would be perfect. What's a good email for you?
It's gonna be Tristan, TRISTAN at Lai LAI Turner TURNER lawlaw.com.
Well, that's a mouthful, but I think I got it here, Tristan.
Tristan at LaiTurnerLaw.com.
Yes, got it. Perfect. Thank you so much. Your day's going good? You sound like it is.
Hey, it's almost over for me. I get off at 3 today, so I don't have anything to do but be happy.
Well, you know what? If you're needing help over here, Mike and Mike, we're taking care of it. My partner's Mike too. He's the owner here, and if you guys do need us, we're here for you. Just give us a call. We're gonna shoot an email with our rate sheet and all of our details.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you.
And you're the one that sends out the serves, Tristan, or is that somebody else?
Oh no, I'm intake. The attorneys, paralegals probably do that the most.
Okay, so I'm gonna send it to you, and you're gonna send it to all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to our business manager who kind of keeps up with everything, and
That's right. Yeah, that's usually what
he's
people
the
do.
one who like approves the rates and everything. So he's also our immigration attorney, but yeah.
Oh, okay. What is his first name? I'm just curious.
His name is Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Jimmy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought I might know him. Immigration attorney. Okay. Yeah, it's somebody else. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, Tristan. Appreciate your help. You have a wonderful day, okay?
You as well. Bye.
Bye. Be my next wife, please. All right, let's see. All right, you guys got that? You have to have fun with this. If you don't have fun with it, it's gonna drive you crazy. You saw those first calls where it's like this kind of like and then nobody's answering and this kind of stuff. So Michael, you're a little bit new to this, I think, right? This is kind of one of the first times doing it for you. Did you get the email okay? I clicked ask to unmute there. Tristan's a weird name for a girl too. Is it Kristen? I thought I heard a T. Not judging, just saying. I clicked on ask to unmute. Ask to unmute. We can't hear you, buddy. Okay. All right. So good deal. Jessica says, nice closing. All started with asking. There is a temptation to pause. I don't know if you hear it in my voice, but you don't pause. You just don't. You got to keep going. Because if you stop, you're giving them an opportunity. And what I'm talking about, who knows what I'm talking about? Who can articulate what I'm talking about with the pause? Let's see, Reuben.
So there are healthy pauses that people use in sales. I did sales for over 10 years. It's to stop and break the monotony and catch attention and have them compute what you're saying, if that helps.
Yeah, sometimes pauses are good, especially when you're waiting for the close. And that's what I do after when I say, well, just going through the whole thing really quick is like, I'm pretty sure you guys seem, sometimes I'll add in that, you guys seem pretty established, like assuming good things about them, right? You guys seem pretty established. I imagine you guys already have, or I assume you already have a process server that you're using. Don't pause. You want to pause. It feels like you need to pause to get confirmation about what you just said, but you don't really want confirmation that she has a server that she doesn't want to stop using. You actually want to continue through it without pausing in that case to make the ask, the reasonable ask that is, if they were to say no to, sounds ridiculous, right? So, I'm pretty sure you guys already have a processor, but I was curious. Curiosity also piques, like, people like curious usually, right? You don't like curious always, but usually curious is like a fun kind of, non-threatening, non-committed type of verbiage. Like saying the word maybe you want to stay away from, because saying the word maybe is it takes away from confidence. Okay. So sometimes I'll throw it in there accidentally, but it's better to leave it out and just say straight up, I was wondering if I could send over our rate sheet just in case you need a backup. To say I want to tell you all my rates now is like an immediate hang up. Like, no thanks, I'm busy. Boom. Right? They have to make commitments. We're trying to take away all the commitment, all the pain that they might feel to commit to what I'm saying, and only give reward. All you got to do is tell me your email, which you give to people all day, and it's probably online anyway. But the goal is, before I hang up, I'm asking, are you the person sending out serves? And Jimmy, Michael, Mr. Coyle, Jimmy is the business manager. So when you call back again, you're going to ask for Jimmy. Do you see the value there? See, if I asked for Jimmy on the call right now, she would have been like, well, I don't know. He's busy. Da, 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 da. Send over your rate sheet, right? But when you call back after the rate sheet's already been sent, you can call back in a couple of days and say, yeah, this is Michael with By Mike Process Serving. I'm calling for Mr. Jimmy. Or you can even just call and say, hey, I'm calling for Jimmy. I'm calling for Jimmy. I think I got that right. Jimmy. Oh, is this Tristan? These names are so important. And I say, how's your day going? If she gives me something like, oh, my day's almost over and this kind of stuff, she's like, I could go a lot of places with that, but what would be helpful for you guys is to say, is if she said something related to her own life, you write that down. Oh, my day's almost over because I got to go pick up my kid from school or whatever. That's a little unprofessional actually, but sometimes you'll get that. You'll get that information and you save it. And when you call and you ask for Tristan, or you know you got Tristan on the phone, you say, "Oh, how's your kid doing? I know you about off to go pick up your kid again." And no, and you build a personal relationship with them. Jessica.
What do you think about the subject for the email? Is there something we should stick to that's better than something else?
I've tried a lot of different things, but if you can add an emoji in the subject line that's like a star or 5 stars, and put welcome, some type of welcome to, well, I do welcome to, to the 123 e-file experience, or 123 legal support, or e-filing made easy. I've tried a lot of these little slogan type things, but pretty much welcome and the word yes people really see, and the word yes is huge. So sometimes I'll just put it in the beginning, put yes, white yes, capital exclamation point, and then put 5 stars, and put um company rate sheet, 123 legal support company rate sheet. Something like that is eye catching. When you see a whole sea of emails and you see these stars with the word yes, yes is something that we like our own names. That's the first thing studies have shown. We like to see our own name. So if you're using a tool, you could definitely use a tool and put their name in there. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Jessica. You know, thank you, Jessica, for saying yes, 5 stars or something. Same. Thank you for saying yes with 5 stars. That would be eye catching, and they'd see their name, and you could do that in Pipedrive. Great question. It's about the win-win, no pun intended. I like that. I like that actually. If it's win-win process, it's a win-win for you and me. I like that. Okay. All right. Next, let me call a couple more people. Will you guys put your hands up if you have a question, or if you yourself want to make a call and are willing to step outside of your comfort zone? Before we end the meeting today, I am going to announce who is this week's engagement winner. While I pull this up here, Jeff, did you receive the money I sent you? Because I'm getting a request.
Yes, thank you very much. I didn't acknowledge it because I've been swamped, and I think I got notice at 1 a.m. or something like that. But yes, thank you. My wife appreciated it.
But you didn't. I'm just, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. All right, so let's see who else sent me some. I got Michael, Jacob. I know Jacob did, didn't you? Yeah, he did. Sent it to me in images. Let's see, 210816. Probably don't do images in the future, guys, because my memory's not super great. Let's see, 216. No, it's not 216. 210. Okay, 816. All right, we're gonna call this person 7335. So as I do this, though, think about, you guys feel free to raise your hand if you want to make some calls. Also, if you want me to make calls, just go inside the group and send me the number. Just text me the number, name and number of the person you want me to call, and I'll call them. Oh, it says user busy on that one, which is kind of strange when you think about it. Try it again.
This number is not in service.
Let's see if I got it right. 816-7335. Yeah, that's right. That's strange. Okay, next one. Try to send me like 3, because these are not, which is strange when you're a top law firm and the phone number that you have isn't even active. Isn't that strange?
Which one was that, Mike? The female or the Barton?
And it's got a lot of
8167.
reviews too.
I see it.
Barton.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. Let's see if it does anything.
See what it does on your end, yeah. Don't hang up though. Do the script.
Number
Let's
is
hear.
not in service. Google and its partners may record the call and retain this call for quality and research purposes.
Huh. So Brendan says 19 people today, decent sized group. Yeah, it is a good sized group, guys. it could be a good opportunity to I mean, we're here for the be the backup. I want to help you guys, and I'm willing to help hold you accountable too if you want to make calls yourself. The whole point of doing it here live is to show you guys that it's possible. You know, you can do it. You just have to make time, set time aside, and say, okay, I'm going to call and try to get a hold of at least two people. Start off with that. At least two people I'm going to get a hold of, and I'm going to send a rate sheet. And I'm going to do that every day of the year. And then at the end of the year, guys, that'll be what is that? How many weeks? 365. So it'd be like roughly 700 people that you've sent your rate sheet to. 700 attorneys. That's a lot.
I got another number for that one, Mike.
Well, I'm gonna call this other one. This
Okay.
whole time I've been like going from one screen to the other to make it happen.
For calling Connecticut of San Antonio. For new system quotes, press 1. For any other inquiries, press 2. For emergency after hours support, press 5. Thank you for calling Connecticut of San Antonio.
Connecticut 61910 0526. That's strange too. 0526. Yeah, the number's right. What's the number? The other number you have for this person?
210-864-1299.
This call may be recorded and shared with third-party providers.
It's like somebody answered first and then pushed a button. Like, I don't want to talk to you. What type of attorney is best to reach out to, meaning criminal, family, ambulance, or personal injury? Yeah. What I would do, is call litigation attorneys. Process serving is specifically needed when notice has to be given, legal notice has to be given in person. So that is always the case when there's litigation, when there's two parties that have to show up to court and fight. So whatever it is, it could be anything, but it has to be litigation. So when I've collected attorneys' information in the past, it was all litigation. And then the next probably really good one is personal injury, family law. Criminal is good. They do like a lot of subpoenas, and they can issue their own subpoenas. Attorneys can issue their own criminal subpoenas, which is kind of interesting. But every state's a little different too. Yeah, I've never used a NAPS affidavit, but if you need to,
I'll try to reach an operator.
you
I'm-
can. Hold on,
I'm
hold on.
not wearing my Cowboys hat on calls anymore.
Martin and Associates Attorneys at Law, PLLC, will be with you in a moment.
I
For
don't-
quality
I
assurance,
don't believe
your
it.
call is now being recorded.
This is definitely one of those call center people. So I have a coach, mentor that I've paid $10,000 to be part of his program. His name is Pace Marvey, and he's a real estate guy.
Tijuana, how can I help you?
Hi, Tijuana. This is Mike with Rocket Courier. How are you today?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm calling because you work for the law firm, right?
I'm with the call center receptionist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're trying to figure out who to contact that sends out the service of process for a legal service of process.
I will send a message to have someone assist you with that information. And just want to confirm that was Mike, Mike.
Yeah, that's Mike with Rocket Courier, Rockit, Rocket Courier.
Thank you. May I have your last name?
Reed, Reid.
Thank you. That is REID. And what will be the best number to reach you?
Let's see here. I guess our company number would be good. Let's see. This is my cell phone here. 210 2765.
Thank you. That was 210-729-2765.
Yep, that's correct.
Thank you. And just want to confirm, was this regarding a client?
This is regarding service or process.
Thank you. And you said Rocket is with the I, that is Rockit, correct?
Yeah, that's because we rock all of our clients' needs.
Thank you. And was there a specific person you were calling to speak with the office?
Just the business manager, the one that sends out the service or process.
Thank you. And just give me one moment while I document the call.
This usually is not very fruitful, but you can give them lots of information.
See if they are available.
And so often they are checking because they are going to call you back because sometimes they think you are a potential customer. And that will get you on the phone with somebody who's very important. And then you can get information because you rock your client's needs. You like that? I just pulled that one. I just like literally pulled it out of my hat. Brendan says it's cheesy though. I don't know. But you could tell she had a muted microphone because she was laughing. She was laughing. Like she's like, man, this guy owns his brand. Texas is less cold than Washington. Yeah, in weather and humanity. And then Washington, everybody has a phone tree that like blocks you. They're like, don't call us, please. That's not true. It's just what we
I do apologize they were not available at the moment, but I will send this message through to have your call returned as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you for calling. You have a nice day.
You have a rocking day. Thank you. Okay. So she lying. Yeah, you're right. You're right. She might be lying. Yeah, that's true. She might be call them and they go, you never know, but you just keep trying. You just keep trying, you keep going. And the funny thing is eventually you'll get somebody's name there. So when you call, once you get somebody's name there, you can call and you'll get that same lady eventually and you'll say, can you transfer me through to Jessica? Can you transfer me through to, you know, Tristan or whatever? And or Jimmy for Michael, Mr. Coyle there. Transfer me through to Jimmy, the business manager, right? And then they're gonna go, oh yeah, no problem. Because they have a Jimmy, then you like skip all that garbage. Affidavit through serve manager. Yeah, serve manager has a lot of the affidavits. I was gonna be funny today and wear my serve manager hat. They sent me like a swag bag a long time ago. I have a serve manager hat that I still have, and I was gonna get like one of those circles with a cross through it. And I was like, nah, I'm not choosing violence today. What is that? Yep, from the conferences, huh? Serve manager sanitizer spray during COVID. That was like a whole thing.
It's a screen cleaner. I still
Yeah.
use it. Yeah.
Oh,
And
that was a screen cleaner? Oh, okay.
yeah, so you spray it and then you
Are you sure?
yeah, bro, it's like felt or something. I mean,
I think
that's what
you're
I've been
right.
using it for.
I
Maybe
thought
that's
it
what's
was
wrong with my
sanitizer.
camera.
I thought it was sanitizer this whole time.
No, that was
Okay,
before COVID. That was
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're
yeah.
right. Yeah. She's lying. Mike, don't stop. Let's see here. Mallory, I haven't seen you in a while. That looks like a direct message. So let me see. Yeah, yep. Okay, good. Oh, here we go. Does he want me to charge a single service fee? I'm not sure what that is. Send that to the group so everybody can help out. Okay, Mallory. What else we got here? You got to change it to everyone. Yeah, don't send me direct messages unless it's private information. Michael says, was that Tristan Lay? I don't know. She spelled it out. Guys, when I'm doing the calls, I do not write down the email. You got to write down the email. You got to listen and, I don't know. What I would do is Google it, see who maybe they're people. Um, okay, cool. So we got some other calls here. We're making good time. Making good time. We'll go long today. You guys don't, feel free to pop out, come back in when you need to. It's not a big deal. Does it have to be contacts as a backup? Yes, it shows because of it. All right. So I'm going to go into school, look at the calls. So I know Jacob, that wasn't exactly the best, but give me some more. I'll call him. So here we go. I'm on Chris. Sorry for the late request. No worries, Chris. Let's go ahead and call Spokane County. That's Washington, huh? Let's go. What's the company name here, Chris? Where are you? There you are. Da, 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 da. I do full price. Yeah, thank you guys for helping out with that. I Googled it, Mike.
Yeah, it's resilient process servers.
You're doing resilient for that area?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's call him.
Get this to work.
Report or return all calls for quality and research purposes, subject to our privacy policies. This call is not confidential.
This is Rainy.
Hi, Rainey. This is Mike with Resilient Process. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? I'm so sorry. My phone is having quite a problem. Can I put you on a quick hold and see if I can get it fixed?
Of course.
Give me 1 second here.
Okay. It's the best ringback I've heard. Yeah, so people are commenting in here. You want to put it in school. I know it's kind of a pain, but it lives in one place. So when we do this again next time, I'll have all the information in one place
Can I help you?
and not on Zoom. Yeah, this is Mike with Resilient Process. I'm pretty sure you guys already have a process server, but I was curious if I could send over our rate sheet just in case you guys need a backup.
I don't think we're interested. Thank you.
Do you guys serve papers?
We do, yes.
You do. Okay. And you guys have a current process server that you're using?
We have a couple that we prefer, yeah, if not our office staff ourselves.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Of course, have a good day.
Bye. So that to me tells me that two things. One, and that's the first one I've ever gotten, by the way. That tells me two things, though. It tells me three things. So this is just to analyze it really quick so you understand. One, if I were to get an older paralegal or attorney who's ever had a problem finding a server in a specific area, also her phone, so that they would have probably just given the email, right? They said, yeah, sure, send it over. It doesn't hurt anything. The second one is the second issue that I have that I can see is the phone thing kind of messed it up. If from the very beginning it would have been a great conversation and she answered and we would have started the conversation, because I tried to start the conversation on a high note right away, but because she had some phone stuff and she was kind of irritated, and then she comes back on, I'm like, no, I think we're okay. You know what I mean? It's less that she has to do and say, and she's busy. What I would say about that is don't give up on that one. Keep calling that one, because you're going to get a different paralegal on the phone, or you're going to get her on the phone again, or you're going to catch her at a different time when the current process servers aren't doing it for her. Okay. Those are the few things I would say about that. And I know, Chris, you've actually been making calls. So have you served for this people before at all or no?
I haven't. Yeah. It's just one that I found on Google.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you're going to get them, but it's about volume. And so when she goes, no, I think we're okay, don't just hang up. Be
Mhm.
like, you guys serve papers, right? You guys have people serve papers? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so you guys have some process servers? Because to say no completely is kind of ridiculous. Like I'm positioning it like, hey, in case you need a backup. To say no takes not just for you to have a couple process servers, but also to say no unreasonably, right? When you have a reasonable request, most people will just go, yeah, sure, why not? But when they come back at you like that, it's usually like a level of youthful exuberance that has no problem offending you. And that's definitely what I heard come across from her. So no big deal though. No big deal. All right, let's go to the next one. And then here's the last tip I would give about that. If you do get someone like that, don't end it on that call. Make another call until you have a successful call. If you end it on a call like that, you'll carry that with you and you'll be less likely to make calls tomorrow and the next day.
Mhm.
Let's call the next one.
Good morning, County Law Offices. This is Brianna.
Hi, Brianna. This is Mike with Resilient Process. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing so good now that I'm talking to you. I got a quick question. You guys look like you guys are very well established. You probably already have a process server that you're using, but I was curious if I could send over my rate sheet just in case you guys need a backup.
Yeah, I can transfer to Tamara's voicemail if you like and leave a message.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have an email for her? I could send over the rate sheet.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah.
It's tcooney@jcooney.com.
Okay, T Cooney, and that's one of the partners.
Correct, yeah?
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, and if you could transfer me, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Welcome. You have reached the voicemail of attorney Tamara Cooney Lingoff.
Put your phone number in the chat, Chris.
A detailed message, including your name and telephone number, and I will return your call as soon as possible. If you are in need of immediate assistance or to reach another member of our firm, please hang up and dial our main office line of 509-326-2613. Thank you and have a wonderful day. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Yes, this is Michael with Resilient Process. I was just calling to see if you guys needed a process server, maybe even a backup process server. We're experienced, we're professional, and we're ready to serve you guys. If you can give me a call back at 253-343-8556, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. So you're not going to get a call back on those, especially if it's the partner, but the email, living in the email. The other thing I want you to notice is I did not fight her when she told me it transferred to voicemail. I just said, okay, I assumed that she's professional. I assumed that there's a professional email and I asked for it and I got it. Do you see that? If I would have said like, oh, actually, a whole explanation about, well, actually, I normally send over the rate sheet and all this stuff, and just ask for what you want. Be like, oh, okay, yeah, that'd be great. But do you actually have the email address? I'd like to send over this rate sheet.
Yeah.
It's important. It's important, right? So if I were making calls, which feeling would you want to end on? That one wasn't even super great either, actually. But would you rather end on that one or the one before it?
Maybe the one before it, because you can always call and speak to somebody.
Yeah, no, what you want to end, you want to end on something where you got the email. Did you get that person's email?
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah, I know it's a pain, but you could always call back and go, yeah, my partner just called and got your guys' email for the partner in the firm. Just calling back. I kind of got something wrong, but you could probably even get it from the website too. At least the domain part. That's what I do. So let's see here. Good stuff, Chris. Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Jeff's leaving. Jeff, I didn't see you put one. I didn't see you put any in the chat in the thing.
I know I've been swamped anyway, but sorry about that. Thank you very much, everybody, and stay safe out there.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, it's a good problem to be swamped, man. Lisa, Lisa, are you on? Where's Lisa? Come on up, Lisa. Let's see your pretty face. Your pretty demeanor, happy, smiling person that you are. What? Why are people direct messaging me? Oh, that's Lisa. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Listen, Linda. Listen. It's Lisa. All right, let's call Martin
Oh,
Law.
there we go. I got it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good, good. So you sent me some here. Let's see what, and forgive me, I got a lot of stuff in my brain here. What's your company name again?
Pride process. I put that in there.
Pride Process. You did, didn't you?
Oh,
I'm like,
good.
why am I calling Pride Process? That's right, Pride Process. So Pride Process, Lisa, in what areas? Fort Myers,
Yeah, well, I do 5 counties or statewide, either one.
statewide, Martin Law, Fort Myers. But these three attorneys you sent me, they're in Fort Myers, huh?
Correct.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm all caught up. So
All right.
those of you guys that are listening, that's kind of what I need to know. I need to kind of know because I'm going to call as if I'm your company. I don't want to call and then have them call my company. That's not the purpose of this. Purpose of this is for them to see you, to call you, to use you. And when I'm calling on your behalf, on your company's behalf, I only request 50% of the profits from the calls I make. No. I don't want any of the profits. What I want is for you to make sure you're listening to the email because I'm not writing it down. Okay. So if you're going to send them a rate sheet, which is the second part of this, first part is to call, second part is to send the rate sheet. Yeah, Brendan says 10%. I want 10% in Tesla stock. Just go buy some Tesla stock and send it to me. Hmm. Guys making robots and everything else, and it's a crazy world we live in. All right. Let's go ahead and call Martin. Right process.
Thank you for calling the Martin Law Firm. Please hold for the next available team member.
It's a great way to say that.
All of our team members are busy helping other callers. Please hold, and we'll be able to answer your call as soon as possible.
You are the next caller in line. You may press 9 at any time to leave a voicemail.
I'd be like, so you guys are getting a lot of calls. I guess you guys need some backup.
I've been sitting here all day. I've been sitting in this waiting room.
When they answer, I'm going to tell them to put me back on hold.
Waiting on this conference call.
Huh.
On and on.
It's customized.
Yes, I'm on hold. I hope it's not all day.
Hope it's not all day.
Thank you for continuing to hold. Please wait for the next available agent.
This kind of music.
You are the next caller in line.
How can I
You
not
may
hold?
press 9 at any time to leave a voicemail.
Press 9 at any time to leave a voicemail. That's pretty cool. You're like, well, I want to talk to someone. I'm going to hold. Or just call me back when you get a chance. Leave a voicemail. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that's a feature of Ring Central. Probably.
I've been sitting here all day. I've been sitting in this waiting room.
Well, I learned this picking pattern.
Waiting on this conference call. On and on. And I'm on.
Brendan says, hold on, I'm almost off the phone with them. I'll call the people I'm calling. Hope it's not all day.
Thank you for continuing to hold. Please wait for the next available agent.
Losing confidence. Losing confidence here. My son's out selling hay right now. I went and dropped him off on the side of the road with a big trailer, giant trailer full of hay bales. He's out there by himself, slinging hay. Yeah, the 10-gallon hat. That'd be cool to get a top hat. It'd be ridiculous, but it'd be cool. So, super tall cover hat.
Thank you for continuing to hold. Please wait for the next available agent. You are the next caller in line. You may press 9 at any time to leave a voicemail.
Okay. We're gonna risk them answering here. Just put it right here. So there's a story that I've told before about Seth Godin. You can look up Seth Godin. He's like the godfather of marketing. Like he's really old. He looks like a monk. That's kind of how he dresses too. And he's written a couple books on marketing, and he talks about um all things like creating a community, kind of what I'm doing here with you guys, like creating community, right? But he's saying that every business should create a community in some way or another. Like have a community of people in your local community that recognize your brand, that want to support your brand because you're giving back and all this kind of stuff.
Please wait for the
But
next available. You are the next caller in line.
one of the things, I reached out to a bunch of people on Instagram one time, and a bunch of celebrities like Seth Godin, and some of them replied, right? Like I could go through a list of them that replied, and because I kept messaging them, some pretty cool ones. But Seth Godin's assistant replied, and she said, Seth is, as you can imagine, very busy, but he would like to let you know that he recognizes that you're doing a good job and trying to reach out to people in person, and that's the idea. And she goes, what question would you like to ask him? I'll put it on a list of things that we ask, which I thought was really cool that they do that. And so she asked him a question. She got back to me about 2 weeks later and said, the guy said, what is the best marketing advice he can give? Oh, it just said leave a message. So we'll call the next one here in a second. But he replied and he said, make a ruckus. Or the assistant replied and said, he said to make a ruckus. And that is kind of like one of his slogans, make a ruckus. And the idea is that you're going to make a ruckus is a sound that you would describe as being not necessarily pleasant to hear. It's just like make a ruckus, right? Like take some papers or, you know. And what we're doing here, I saw Michael's message here about the attorney calling back. It's going to come to you in a bunch of different ways. It'll come to you by a phone call. It'll come to you by a referral. It'll come to you by, like, as soon as you call, they're like, we actually have a job for you right now. Like, if you call enough and if you reach out to people enough and if you market enough and you create enough of a ruckus, you're going to get a result. And I was like, what do you mean by ruckus? And she goes, make the loudest noises in the most places possible and just keep doing it consistently over time. And that's proven to be true. I post imperfectly all the time, and I'm okay with that. You guys will see some of my especially with my Instagram reels and stuff or my YouTube shorts. Like sometimes I'm like in the middle of making a point that would just be so epic, but because it's longer than 60 seconds, it gets cut off and you guys are like, "What the heck?" And I've gotten messages from people like, I watch your reels and then it doesn't ever get to the point and ends up cutting you off. And I'm like, what the heck did I just watch? And that's okay because you do enough of those. Some of them are going to hit, some of them aren't going to hit, and people will reach out to you and give you business. Okay. Let's call the Kuhn Law Firm. I'm not sure how to take that. That's the guy's name, okay? That's the guy's name. Let's go here. Wearing a cowboy hat, that could really be taken wrong, right? Let's see here. Can you guys tell I'm media trained? Not really. Is this working? Um, yeah, that's strange. Let's try the next one. This one is Pavisi. And guys, some of you guys might be in the same area as somebody else. You can still reach out to the same attorneys, of course. We're all competitors here, right? There's no price fixing or monopoly going on here. Nothing like that, right? Um, but just do so professionally. Maybe wait a day, you know? If you're in the same market, wait a day. Don't be that person. Please.
Thanks for calling Pavis Law Firm.
Hey, this is Mike with Pride Process. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Hey, I'm just calling. I'm pretty sure you guys seem pretty established. I'm pretty sure you already have a process server, but I was curious if I could send over my rate sheet just in case you guys need a backup.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Sometimes you get a bunch of subpoenas and whatnot, right?
That's correct.
What's a good email for you?
Well, you need to send it to the individual attorneys, and you can go on our website and find all the email addresses on there.
Wonderful, wonderful. What is that website so I make sure I get the right one?
pavislaw.com.
Okay, perfect. And all the attorney, you guys have like a team members page? You said they each send out their own serves, right?
Yes, they each do their own.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Well, I appreciate all your help, okay?
Okay, have a good day.
You as well. Bye. Some of these paralegals, it almost seems like you're calling them and they're like in the middle of lunch, they're like eating or something. Like they're just like, yeah, send it to the attorneys. But it's valuable information, that she doesn't send out the serves herself, that each attorney sends them out. Lisa, are you still with us?
I am. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yep.
Do you see their emails on there or is it like a contact us form?
I actually just left to head to a doctor's appointment, so I can't look right now, but I
Yeah, no
will.
worries. No worries. Yeah, so that's the idea. You kind of start to see the idea. It's like you just
Yeah, that was great. Very easy.
yeah, you just kind of have you made some calls, Lisa? I think you said you have, huh?
Actually, I
No,
have not yet.
you're not having okay.
Yeah.
No worries, no worries. So you guys you just get out there, take action, and just if you want me to hold you accountable, say, Mike, I want to make at least send out at least 5-10 emails a day. I'll check in with you. We'll start doing this. We could do it every Thursday, what I'm doing right now, but in the future, the idea is that you do it till you get good at it, and then you can hire somebody else to do it, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. You'll just check in with that person. And I'm telling you, if you take the time to put this stuff in place, you will be shocked at the level of growth. It's just fun to see in any business that I have when I set things in place that happen automatically, how things start to come in. It's not automatically somebody's doing the work. You've just set it up in a way that it seems automatic, and then you start getting more business and you're like, wow, like setting up your Google My Business page and getting Google reviews. Those of you guys who haven't taken the Start Here course, it's not really a course. It's more of like a to-do list, right? You go to the Start Here and it's like one after another of things the first 10 things I think every server should look at and do, one of which was being on this meeting. So congratulations. Like registering for the Zoom meetings that we have, going and putting your Google my business listing link in there, and then having that reciprocity, leave other people, go through and leave every person on that list a review and trust that they're going to leave you one in return. Okay. And if they don't leave you one in return, that's okay too. Like, things will happen in your benefit if you're just focusing on positive things. That's going to come back to you 100-fold. So I'm not really paying attention to the chat. Let me go back up here. Brendan. Okay, Brendan making fun of me here. Yeah, proper assumptions are strong in sales. Very good. That's true. Very, very good. Um, okay. I don't see any other messages. If I missed your message and you wanted me to call somebody, let me know. Okay. Okay. All right. So one topic that I want to cover, if you guys have questions, feel free. You have topics. This is a mastermind meeting. So even though we do focus on be the backup, we can talk about some other things. And one of the things I want to bring up to you guys, I am going to I'm going to present a story to you, and I want to know what you guys think. I'm not going to pressure or persuade you in any way, shape, or form, but I want to tell you about it and see what you guys think. If you call If you call a process server, now you guys are normally on the other end of this, but if you call a process server and you hire them, and I'm just going to give you the scenario and then we're going to break down what we could do differently, okay? This is super important. So you have a process server that you hire. On the initial call, you don't talk about price. And I want to know if you guys have ever been through this. You don't talk about price. You tell them, because to you it's an emergency. You got all these ideas and addresses and issues revolving around the case, and you send the documents to the person with a list of addresses that they could go to get this person served. And you actually need them to go pick up some documents at the court as well, because you didn't have all the documents you needed. And the person didn't communicate with you for a couple weeks, and then they come back randomly after 3 weeks and send you an overdue invoice for $380. What is there's a bunch of stuff that my team did wrong in that scenario, which we can go over. But what message does that invoice send to you as a process server or an attorney sending something to a process server? The lack of communication and then getting an invoice for 300 and something dollars. What message? You can put it in the chat if you want, and I'll read it off, or you can raise your hand and we'll unmute. Let's have a discussion. What message do you think it sends to you as the person hiring them, as the customer? Jacob.
I'll jump on this bomb. So, to me, I'll speak for myself, shows a lack of professionalism. We have so many tools and resources to be able to help us communicate together. And you said this was an affiliate, right?
Yeah, this was an affiliate, but even if it was a law firm, like sending out something, even if a law firm sent it to them, if they waited, right, and then they sent that an invoice for basically attempting every address with no diligence or proof of service or anything, and the day they send it, it shows overdue. I just think it sends a message, and I'm curious to know what you guys think, or is this just me being crazy?
I think it's a negative message. I would receive it negatively on my end, because for one, the lack of communication, because I'm big on communication. I mean, at one point, I remember doing a report on this. 80% of the problems in the workplace revolve communication, a lack of communication. So, that's why I love this group and being a part of this and these masterminds so much, is because we grow to know who to work with. Because I don't want to work with everybody. And I'm glad this is on YouTube and live. I don't want to work with everybody. I
Yeah.
want to work with the right people that want to communicate and want to hold themselves to the ethics and the morals and the standards that we need to be held to,
Yeah.
right? I'm not trying to hold anybody accountable. I just want to hold myself accountable and then
Mm.
be assured that the person on the other end is doing the same thing. But let's
Yeah.
communicate. The lack of communication in that scenario that you're talking about, I just
Mm.
think lacks professionalism. And the message, I think, was negative. I think it was just like,
Yeah.
here, man, just pay us, and that's
Yeah.
not, you
Well,
know,
and this is where I appreciate that, Jacob, because this is where a lot of people get mixed up. They'll go to Facebook and they'll slam some company for not paying them or whatever.
yeah,
And I always pay up front. And this person I sent the job to, and I trusted them. And I said, I knew how much they charged before, because we sent them a lot of work, and they came back with like a totally different fee after the fact. To me, it's a message of like, you now owe me this amount of money. I didn't really do the job for you, but I don't care because I don't expect to get you any money from you again in the future.
yeah,
And if that's the message that I'm receiving, first of all, this is an area where we send a lot of work in California. And I'm like, to me, I love what Don said here, desperation equals past due. Like, to send me an invoice in the same day the invoice is past due, like, first of all, you didn't do your invoicing on time because you just sent it to me, right? And I'm not at all complaining. I love these types of examples for you guys, so you could see when these big box people, and I'm not at all sticking up for the big box folks. A lot of times they go so far past due, right? But if you're not communicating,
yeah,
okay, you don't want to not give status. So you're like, tell me if you had the situation. Put in a one in the chat if you've gotten a status request for a job and you haven't even attempted it yet, and it's been a couple days. And instead of replying to it, I better see a lot of ones in the chat because that is like, yeah, you instead of replying to it, you're like, I want to report good news, so I'm gonna go attempt it first, and then I'm gonna go right. And that's okay. We've all been there. That's okay, right? But if it goes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, at some point it's like, I got to hire somebody else. And if I hire somebody else, is it fair that I'm going to pay them and you? No, it's not fair. It's not fair for me to pay them and pay you. But yet I am going to end up paying this person and paying that person that put me through that, put my company and my staff, my people through that, because I don't want the bad blood.
right.
I don't want to have any negative vibes in my life at all. Now, don't get me wrong, if somebody ran up a really big bill and sent me thousands of dollars, at some point I'm like, I'll just call so and so a law firm and they'll handle this for me, right? Because I have a long-term relationship with them or whatever. But if it's just over some money and I might need to use them again in the future, I might just pay it and just put them on the blacklist. There was some stuff on social media about people saying like, blacklist and what does this mean and stuff.
There's that
Black,
word.
huh?
I said, there's that word again.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's a I can show you on Pipe Drive. It's a label. We have labels for everybody in the different states. If they're a customer, if we've used them, if they're a VIP attorney, right? They have a label. And there's a blacklist label, which says for attorneys too, that we just don't do work for them. And it could be because they don't pay their bill. It could be because they've caused drama online. It could be because, it could be for a lot of reasons. But it's always a reason that I'm willing to take it away. I'm always willing to look at it and go like, wow, they've been cool. Like we've had people that have left us for websites just because they thought, the grass was greener and they could go somewhere else. And I welcome them back with open arms. I'm like, you know what? You tried what you tried and you realized that what you had was really good and they want to come back. And that's actually a compliment to me, especially
Right.
when somebody comes back and apologizes. Like when I went to the Texas conference, Robert Dayton showed up there. I don't know if he lives in the Philippines. For a while, he was in the Philippines, but he showed up there and he now owns like Rocket, what is his thing? He's got like a software. And you know what? I respect him. Like I respect somebody that can come up and say, hey, it was a long time ago. I'm sorry for what I said or whatever, and shake my hand. That means a lot. That's a man right there, And so, because I was committed that if I ever saw him, I was going to punch him in the face. Well, when I saw him and he apologized right away, I was like, you know what, dude? Hey, no hard feelings. Let's have a drink. And so it was good from then on, and I appreciate that. So let's see here. Yeah, maybe Brendan, but I don't. Yeah, I'm a little bit talked to. Like I commit to that because I'm like, you know what? If he said it to my face, it's some fat joke, something about have another cheeseburger and stop whatever, type of thing. And it was like 10 years ago or whatever. But we squashed the beef. And you know what? Looking at what he's building with comparatively to serve manager and stuff, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm with PST. I really believe that PST is the future. Eventually, um, I believe that everybody will use them because the way they're connecting with everybody without selling to, even though ABC owns them, they're operating it completely separate. Versus InfoTrack that is essentially bought Serve Manager and integrating it completely as like one company, right? It's not like it's just the software that they own. They're like making it to where it integrates with everything so that InfoTrack is One Legal is the company and Serve Manager is the software they use, right? There's a lot of companies that have their own software and you use their software to do proofs. Well, that's exactly what it's turning into. One Legal's using Serve Manager to do their proofs and to manage their servers and everything. Um, Yeah, PST. It's gotten a lot better. They have a web-based version now. The web-based version is actually uses AI. It's called Ask Amy, and it'll actually put the data entry in the job for you. It's actually a lot better. They spent a few years designing it, the new version. Priority status if they want money sometimes. Okay, so just to wrap up the point about the thing, setting expectations and communication is like everything. When you first get a job, process server daily, when I called my first when I first called my company, it was 530 process servers. I quickly changed it to process server daily for marketing, right? Because process server is the first two words. It was just really good for marketing. And then process server daily where we make daily attempts, right? And so when they would go to the website, they could pay for daily attempts, right? They could pay extra for daily attempts, which is same day, right? But most of the time they pay for routine. But all the servers I hired knew that I expected same day attempts and daily attempts, and I paid for it. And so my margins were lower, but my service was always over delivering, over delivering, over delivering. Does that make sense? Like I'm not hiring a process server to sort of make an attempt once a week and then telling my attorney I'm going to give them status in 72 hours. If I do that, then I'm not going to have any status for them by the time they expect it. If you have people calling you, and that this is gonna maybe irritate some people, but if people are calling you asking you for status, you've already failed. You've already failed. And let me tell you something so that you don't hate me. I've been there. And I still get that, or our team still gets that sometimes. Okay, but that's where we failed. So okay, how do we not have to get status? You're like, what do you mean, Mike? Well, if you're using software and every time you make an attempt, that attempt gets sent to the client, they don't have to ask for status. They know. They know you made an attempt last night and it was a bad address or it was a whatever, right? Now, getting the declaration of diligence and the proof of service is a whole separate matter. But to communicate, if I give you a list of 6 addresses and say, hey, I'll pay you to go to all of them, but just do one at a time, okay, just in case. Like there's no sense in me paying you for all addresses. And then I don't get any status or anything like that for 2 weeks, and then finally it's like, hey, these 3 were a bad address and this one I attempted 7 times and this one 2 times, with no declarations, no details, no times, dates, photographs, nothing. I have to assume you didn't go. I have to assume you didn't even attempt it. Why? Because I've been a process server who was behind trying to serve all the papers that I had. And I've been in a place where I'm like, I can't go up there. It's 9:30 at night and it's another 45 minutes to attempt this other serve. Right? So what do I tell them? Do I tell them I attempted at 9:30 and nobody answered? Right? What do you tell them? You have integrity. If you have integrity, you have to say, I wasn't able to make it up there. So you got to send that email and say, hey, I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it up there. but I'll be over there first thing in the morning, or I'll be over there tomorrow night. Most people won't have a problem with that as long as you communicate. And the last thing I would say is on this topic is you mess around, you're going to find out. If you are putting serves, you're accepting all these serves and you're getting payment for these serves, and then you don't watch the dates, you're going to blow a statute of limitations on a serve that you had plenty of time to serve, and you're going to be liable, legally liable, and your insurance, someone will sue you and they will win. Okay, I haven't had this happen to me, but I've heard of it happening to other people, and you just don't want that to be, you don't want that to be the issue with you. You don't want to have to pay out $2 million in your insurance, and now no insurance companies will cover you, right? Or you'll lose your house because you never got an LLC under your business. So we're getting into some stuff here, but I just want to let you guys know, like, your name is everything. Your name and your integrity and what you're doing is everything. Some people, Tracy is saying the PST app works great. How about the servers, iPads? Works great. Good, 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 good to hear. Yeah, their app is great. And their customer service is the best, you guys. Like, I know some people have had great I don't get anything for saying that. I've tried to come up with like collaboration with PST, and they were bought too, so it ain't happening. But I'm telling you right now, it's what we use, and it just works. It just works really well. So it takes a little bit of learning, but nothing like Legal Connect. Legal Connect, you got to jump through hoops for 2 weeks, and then it still doesn't work the way you want it to. So, but yeah, PST is by far the best, especially if you want to have your own database. So that's one thing a lot of people don't know is Serve Manager is completely online and it's web-based, and your servers are with AWS, Amazon Web Services. And whereas PST, you actually get your own, they have their own servers. Bob that prides himself in keeping that separate from online stuff for hacking reasons, right? And you get your own server. So your database and everything is not mingled with everybody else's. It's on its own. Even though ABC Legal owns it, it's still separate. So from everything, and they don't use it to third party somehow get in between you and the attorney. It's still your relationship with the attorney. So good stuff, guys. Hey, listen, the Be the Backup is something that we just tried. If you're new to the community, you don't know, I actually learned about this by building a new process serving company here in Albuquerque, New Mexico area, where I cold called. Basically, that's what we're doing here. We're just calling random attorneys and offering to be the backup, and I did that in 15 days. I thought it was going to take me 90 days. I wanted to give myself plenty of time. We did it in 2 weeks, and I recorded the whole thing. It's called Basic Training. It's the 10K challenge inside the community. So you can go check it out. And I highly encourage you to do the Start Here course if you haven't already. And today, let me go ahead and do a quick screen share. I'm going to send out, we got people leaving because I know I'm trying to close out here, but the leaderboard for the last 7 days, let me go ahead and share my screen so everybody knows what we're talking about. The leaderboard for the last 7 days was Jeff Spar. He crushed it as he always does, but he just won, so he can't win again this month. Mr. Michael Coyle, you are the winner of last week's engagement award. So I know today's Thursday. We give it out on Tuesdays usually, but you win for the last 7 days for last week. Okay. So you can't win again this month, in the month of January. You can't win again. But you can still engage and help each other. Michael, are you still on? Let me see. He might have hopped off.
He said he had to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Michael wins, so I'm going to Cash App him. I was doing like the thing and trying to mail it off or whatever, but I will Cash App Michael directly, as I just Cash App Jeff $125. He won the month-long one, and he won the week one. So if you're not sure what the engagement is, essentially you go and you create a post and people like what you have to say. Every time they click a like, you get a point. If you come over here to see where it says points, you can actually click on this and it'll break down the points for you. I've made posts on it before, but that's the quickest way to go look at it. All right. And you'll move up the levels. And as you move up the levels, you can see that new courses and stuff are unlocked for you. All right. I did turn on the post to feed for level 3. So in order for people to level up because they can't do their own post until they hit level 3, they need to basically look for where it says complete action and then complete that action. Go through and complete the actions and you automatically get points, okay? So guys, that's all I have for you for now. Tuesday, have a great weekend. Tuesday, we're gonna get into some stuff. Let's see, it's the 16th. Yeah, so we're gonna be getting into VA. It's called VA hunting. We're gonna find VAs for everybody, anybody who wants a VA. You'll see there's gonna be like 30 or 40, maybe even like 80 VAs here on Zoom. And you can message them directly, you can interact with them here, but basically they're going to go through and we're going to do like a group hiring session. And they're going to go through and they're going to read a script. And the script essentially is to be the backup script. And what I'm trying to implant in your minds is that you could potentially hire somebody who speaks great English for $2 an hour to bring you customers at scale while you're out serving. They can answer the phone for you. They can do proofs. They can do data entry. They can do sales. They can do everything. My girls on here right now, Edge and Mary, they are rock stars. I mean, rock stars. Right, Edge? Come on, Edge, wake up. Not a good time to take a nap, Edge. They're constantly doing stuff. Mary, are you there? Let me see.
Yeah, I'm here.
You guys wake up. Am I boring you? Putting you to sleep? Okay. I still do not understand what that means. A virtual assistant is somebody that you hire in another area to handle your tasks virtually. So they're not with you in person, they're with you online. All right. All right, guys, be safe. Take care. Oh, take some mighty action. Make your phone calls and show up on Tuesday if you want a VA. We're also doing some masterminding, answer questions, stuff like that too. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much. Take care and live mighty.